Hi there, traders. This is Brad Gilbert with the FX Market Insight for Friday, the 22nd of November. All right, now cruising into the middle of the Asian session. No major changes from yesterday. The US dollar is drifting around with no clear direction. Dollar Swiss has just poked its head up on the hourlies, but really weak sentiment on that. The dollar CAD just hanging on to those recent gains. The Bank of Canada Governor Polo has put a little bit of a spin on that rally with mentioning that there was no immediate plan to cut rates. So dollar CAD just pulled back a bit, but it is just hanging on to those recent gains. And the Kiwi on the long-term charts just pointing downwards. So when you come across to look at the your overall charts, but let's get you on the majors here, you'll see the what we're looking at. Aussie just drifting sideways. This is very indicative of a sideways moving market. Kiwi's moved up. You can see it just trading through that trend line. So no one's really paying too much attention to that. Dollar yen clearly within recent ranges, as is the euro. You got resistance up around 111.30 and back towards 110.10 on the euro. Now that's going to come into play again today with some data. And sterling just whipping about on various Brexit news. You can see dollar CAD here coming back to test that trend line, which is now acting as support. You'd think with the central bank governor mentioning no change of rates expected, we may see that drift lower, especially with oil rallying back above $58. So that's probably one of the trades to keep a very close eye on. I think dollar CAD could potentially come back towards 132, the figure. All right, just looking at and this is why things are doing what they are doing, and that's just trading sideways. We're getting various reports here from about Trump's impeachment proceedings. He's finally got someone the ex-Russian advisor saying, oh, it's all a load of rubbish. But I'd say the other 30 or 40 people they've got on the other side may counter that argument. And you've got, Brexit, this UK election is the key point to that. Dollar yen, the safe haven trade, well, it's headline fatigue. That's a nice way to put it, where the traders are just getting fatigued from all the various crazy headlines. So coming back into where your focus should be, it's, there's not a hell of a lot to really focus on. Even though dollar CAD has been moving up, I'm starting to think it's probably in line to sort of come off. But the focus of attention should really come back to the economic fundamentals. And today we've got a couple of Eurozone releases. Okay, that's to really give you something to think about on Euro. But more importantly, if we get some really strong retail sales figures, or even weak for that matter, these Canadian retail sales figures should decide one way or the other what dollar CAD does. All right. Now, when you're looking at the at dollar CAD, let me just blow that up. You're looking at the chart here. It's right on this level. It's right in the barroom brawl there. As I said, we get strong numbers. We're back into the range. We get weak numbers, and we're back up towards 133.10. Now we have to look for some significant variance to really get it moving. Otherwise, it's just going to thrash about like it has been doing lately. And that's pretty much it, guys. Not a hell of a lot to focus on coming into the end of the week. So tune up your charts. A good time to look forward to next week's opportunities. Coming into the last week of the month, it's usually a little bit of a drag, but you never know what we might get. All right, guys, have a good trade day. Cheerio.